Hello everyone, my name is Birdie and I am your friendly neighborhood forest witch, and in today's video I thought it would be fun to try out a recipe from the Willow and Sage Fall 2023 issue. So while I was going through this magazine, I came upon a seasonal shift oil by Hermione O'Loughlin, I believe her last name is. And I thought this would be perfect not only for the Sabbath coming up, but also those who suffer from seasonal depression, especially with the darker months on the way. And not only can you use this oil topically, but I thought this would be great as an anointing oil as well for your candles during the Sabbath. So when I was reading through this, there's two ways to infuse: a short way with vodka and then a longer way without vodka. So I want to try the longer way, and I'll infuse it for about 4 weeks and we'll see how it turns out. So without further ado, let's delve into this recipe. So for this recipe, you'll need a spice grinder, 3 tablespoons of calendula, 3 tablespoons of marshmallow root cut and sifted, 3 tablespoons of dried ginger cut and sifted, a jar, 1 tablespoon of vodka if you're infusing the short way, a spoon, half a cup of sesame oil, half a cup of olive oil, a strainer, 6 drops of orange essential oil, 3 drops of ginger essential oil, 3 drops of clove essential oil, 2 drops of vetiver essential oil, 1 drop of sesame essential oil, and 1 drop of cardamom essential oil. Now for this recipe, I'll be using dried herbs that are already cut and sifted, but if you're using fresh herbs, you'll want to use the spice grinder to pulse the calendula, marshmallow root, and ginger until the herbs are broken down, but before they turn into a powder. And then for the long infusion, you can place the herbs inside of a jar and top it with the sesame oil and the olive oil. And then you can put it in a dark cabinet for 4 to 6 weeks. Make sure that you shake it. Now, she suggests to shake it every day. I forgot, but I did shake it whenever I remembered, and that's fine. Whenever you remember, just go ahead and shake it and put it back in the cabinet. Then after the 4 to 6 week mark, you can take it out of the cabinet and strain it. You can use a strainer or a cheesecloth like I did. That worked really well. And make sure you're squeezing the herbs because that's where the potent infusion lies. So you really want to squeeze the oil out of those herbs. And then after straining your oil, this is when you're going to want to add your essential oils. And then you can bottle it or keep it in the jar. I put it in a roller bottle that I can use the oil topically. And then I also put it in a dropper bottle, which I will use to anoint candles. And then the remaining oil will just stay in the jar in a dark cabinet until I'm ready to use it. So now let's talk about my review of the oil. So obviously I can't speak for the vodka infusion, but the longer infusion recipe was really simple. Obviously it takes longer, but no more work is added other than shaking the jar whenever you remember. And as far as the oil itself, I noticed that the sesame oil overpowers everything else. Now, I will note that she gave a tip saying make sure that you buy untoasted sesame oil because the toasted does have a more potent smell. And I thought I had got untoasted, but maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. And I'm also not sure how to tell either. Does it say it on the bottle or is it in the fine print? I'm not sure. If you know, let me know down in the comments. But if you don't want to risk the sesame oil overpowering your oil, I thought maybe you could also try almond oil in its place. Obviously, that would be a perfect oil during the autumn season to give it a little nutty smell. So if I try this oil again, I might try it with almond oil because I think that'll give it that really fall scent that I'm looking for. But I hope you all enjoyed this simple recipe of a seasonal shift oil. I had a lot of fun making it, and I definitely want to try it again, like I said, with the almond oil. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, friends. Bye.